How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the lair. And today we're back in historic best of one. I call this one Eldest Greatness. But before we get into it, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily, and if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Also, don't forget, once you have followed or subscribed, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment and say something like, hey, I just followed or subscribed, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to offer that to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and let's hop into it. So basically, this deck revolves around In Search of Greatness. It's an enchantment. This is at the beginning of your upkeep. You may cast a permanent spell from your hand with converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the highest converted mana cost among other permanents you control without paying its mana cost. And if we don't, we get to scry 1. So the deck is filled with a substantial amount of enchantments, and then to take advantage of those enchantments, we have a couple creatures with the Constellation ability, like Setessan Champion. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under our control, we put a +1/+1 counter on her and draw a card. And 3 copies of Archon of Sun's Grace, flying, lifelink, 3/4, and it says Pegasus creatures you control have lifelink, and whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under our control, we create a 2/2 white Pegasus creature token with flying. So now to support those, we have our enchantments. We're running the full playset of Elspeth's Nightmare. It's an enchantment saga. We destroy a creature with converted mana cost or power 2 or less. We can remove a non-creature, non-land card from our opponent's hand, and then we can exile their graveyard. We have the full playset of Binding the Old Gods, another enchantment saga. The first chapter, we can destroy target non-land permanent. Second chapter, we can search our library for a forest card, put it on the battlefield tapped, and then the final chapter, creatures we control gain Death Touch. We have 2 copies of Elspeth Conquers Death, another enchantment saga. The first chapter, we can exile target non-land permanent, opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Second chapter says non-creature spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast until your next turn. And then the final chapter, we can return a creature or a planeswalker card from our graveyard to the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter or loyalty counter on it. We're also running 3 copies of the Eldest Reborn, another enchantment saga. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Each opponent discards a card. And then finally, we can put a target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. And then finally, to support all that, we have some very powerful planeswalkers and creatures. We have Vorinclex in there, 3 of. He's a 6/6 with trample and haste. And basically, if an opponent would put a counter on a permanent, they round down. And if we would put a counter, we round up. So shuts down opposing counters. Our opponent's planeswalkers will come to the battlefield with half loyalty, so forth and so on. So he kind of, if we can get him on the board and then we can drop, for instance, a Binding or Elspeth, we can almost ultimate all of these. And he also ultimates planeswalkers very quickly. So we have 2 copies of the new Valki, God of Lies, or Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter. The Valki side, when he enters the battlefield, the opponent reveals their hand, and we can exile a creature, and then we can pay X, and Valki becomes that creature. In my opinion, this Valki side is pretty useless. He usually dies as soon as you play him. He can be good in some instances, but very rarely we're just going to be casting him for the Tibalt Cosmic Imposter side. Comes in at 5 loyalty, and as soon as he comes into play, we get an emblem. You may play cards exiled with Tibalt Cosmic Imposter, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. His +2, exile the top card of each player's library. His -3, exile target artifact or creature. And then his -8, exile all cards from all graveyards, and then add 3 red mana. We also have 2 copies of Vivien, Monsters Advocate. She comes in at 3 loyalty. It says you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Her +1 ability, we create a 3/3 green beast token with either Vigilance, Reach, or Trample. And then her -2, whenever you cast your next creature spell this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser converted mana cost and put it onto the battlefield. We have 2 copies of the new Kaya the Inexorable. She comes in at 5 loyalty. Her +1 says put a ghost form counter on target creature. When it leaves the battlefield or dies or is it exile, return it to its owner's hand, and we create a 1/1 white spirit creature token, with flying. Her -3, exile target non-land permanent. And then her -7, you get an emblem with, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a legendary spell from your hand, from your graveyard, or from among cards you own in exile without paying their mana cost. And then finally, we have 2 copies of Garruk, Cursed Huntsman. He comes in at 5 loyalty. His 0 ability, create 2 2/2 black and green wolf creature tokens. When they die, we put a loyalty counter on Garruk. His -3, destroy target creature and draw a card. And then his ultimate, -6, you get an emblem. Creatures you control get +3/+3 and have trample. Yeah, so that's basically what we're trying to do. We're trying to ramp into our bigger spells, get a Vorinclex on the board, and then start ultimating all of our sagas and planeswalkers as soon as possible. We have Setessan Champion to help us draw cards, Archon to help us gain life, flood the board, and then ultimate Garruk and get all of our creatures trample, +3/+3. We have a 4.0 converted mana cost running 12 creatures and 17 enchantments with 25 lands. Lands we chose, we have 1 Grimclimb or Brightclimb Pathway, 1 Slitherbore or Darkbore Pathway, the full play set of Overgrown Tomb, the full play set of Woodland Cemetery, 1 Stomping Ground, 2 copies of Boulderloft or Branchloft Pathway, the full play set of Sunpetal Grove, the full play set of Temple Garden, and the full play set of Indatha Triome. And in case you're wondering, we only have 1 copy, or I should say 1 red source for our Tibalt Cosmic Imposter. If we have a Binding of the Old Gods, if we haven't already dropped this, we can search our library for this and then play Tibalt later on. So that's the one of it, in case you're wondering. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's hop into some games. Let's see how we do. Love you, man. Malsing with the Karn. Alright, so we've got a 3-lander here. We've got a Setessan. We've got Elspeth's Nightmare, Eldest, Vorinclex. I think we'll keep this. Hopefully we're not playing an aggro deck. Okay, green. Pulp Collector. I'm digging the untapped Woodland Cemetery. Another green, sure. Vivien. Okay. Play out our Setessan here. I think here we'll take out the Pelt Collector with our Elspeth. Ooh, Warclaw, nice. Or I think we'll have this come in as a black source, and then we will bind the Warclaw. Don't really want him getting any value off that. Pelt Collector scales up, but so do we, so we can still chump block. No attacks. We'll search up our red source with the second chapter. And then I think we slam this Night Pack Ambush. Swings in, take it. There's our in search. Okay, we will pull out our 1 red source here. It enters the battlefield tapped. 3, 4, 5. Two. So let's do this. We'll destroy him first. Okay. And I think this. No attacks. I think we want Kaya for free.
I'm focused.
Yep.
I've got a job to do.
Take the ley line. Okay. Let's do Vorinclex here. I think we'll exile him.
Get out.
Don't quit. You had me. Ah, got him. Alright, we'll take it. So far, so good. Now, ideally, we would want to have a In Search of Greatness in our opening hand, but it is what it is. Should still be able to pull off a win every once in a while without it, but I feel like that's what we built the deck around, so hopefully we can get one in our opening hand one of these times. Hate to mulligan, you know, if we have 3 lands like this. We've got a 3-lander, we've got a Setessan, we've got some Elspeth. It's just so slow, right? Not doing anything till turn 3. Let's mulligan once. Alright, well, we do got our In Search of. So we'll keep this, and I think we'll just drop... I think we'll drop the Archon. We could do 2, 3, 4. Let's drop Garruk, I guess. So turn 1, we'll do Stomping Ground. Tapped. Turn 2, we'll play Woodland Cemetery. Search of Greatness lands. Opponent's in Demir so far. He's looking at it. Thoughtseize? Thought Erasure? Agonizing Remorse? Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna need more land eventually, right? We got 3, 4. Yeah, I guess we could keep this. Alright. I think we play... This now is white. We'll play out our Setessan. See if it gets countered. Either countered or it gets destroyed as soon as it hits the battlefield. Okay, did say please, mill 3 cards. What does he get? Some lands and a Vivien. Okay, no worries. We have ways of getting that back. Oh yeah? Alright, yeah, I think I'll take the Elspeth's Nightmare. So we will go ahead and play out the Indatha. We'll go ahead and play out the Elspeth's Nightmare. These are the 2 most important ones that we want to stick. But if this is just straight up Demir control, then we might have an issue. Okay. So at least we get to take a peek into his hand next turn. If he doesn't bounce it. If he bounces the In Search, we're good now. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, we'll put her down for free. If he taps out for removal, that's fine. Then we can just play our Eldest. Let's take a peek. I think we'll just take the Cling to Dust. Let's play out Kaya. Maybe. Oh, don't quit. Damn it.
Break from round.
Got him. It's a beautiful thing. Alright. Sorry, I'm a little rusty. That Tybalt's Trickery deck kind of fried my brain. Alright, got ourselves a pack here. Let's open that real quick. Another Blessing of Frost. Nice, nice. And we got ourselves an orb here. Go for the green. And let's hop into another one. Excuse me. The Boner Store. Wow. Alright. So we do have our Insearch. We have an Elspeth. I think we will keep. Start off Overgrown Tomb tapped. Hopefully they don't have any hand disruption. Okay, blue. We will play out our Sunpetal. We'll play out our In Search of. Let's see if they have a counterspell. Alright. In Search lands. Hopefully they play a creature, so we can get value out of the Elspeth. Opt. Okay. I wonder if this is our Foretell deck. Ooh. Search this concept. Nice. Binding of the Old Gods is nice. So we'll shock in here. Go Elspeth. This way at least we can go into his hand. And then next turn we can drop a Binding for free. Yep, don't got no artifacts in this deck. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Binding. Yeah. Sure. And Discovery. Nice. Yep. Some type of blue-black control. Yeah, we'll take the land since we want to ramp into Garruk. Let's see what we're working with here. Disinformation Campaign. Eldest Reborn. Hypnotic Spectre. It's nice. Disinformation Campaign. He has no Surveil. He's a ways off from casting that. I guess we take the Vraskas. We'll play this tapped. This trigger on the oh, I was gonna say if we could get the sure. I guess it's a tough one. Guess we get rid of the Garruk. Yeah, I see it. See it. Elspeth. That could be nice. I think we'll have this enter the play tapped. We'll wait for him to play out his Eldest. And then we will Elspeth it. Another In Search. I think I'm good on that. Opponent. Creature or Planeswalker. Deals damage to an opponent. That player discards a card at random. Alright, so I think we need to... think we need to not play anything. Risky move. I want him to play that Eldest. He might not even. He might just attack in with the Hypnotic. Okay. Archon of Sun's Grace. Sure. Let's play out the Archon here. I want to force him to play his Eldest so we can Elspeth it. Search for his contest so good. Oh, another Eldest. Okay. This is going to be a tough one. Sure. And I'm sure he'll hit the Elspeth here. Come on. Perfect. Another Elspeth is nice. Okay. What? You have something to bounce that with? Okay, I didn't think so. So we lose our other Elspeth, but that's fine. Yeah, that's good. We have to kill this Hypnotic Spectre, unfortunately. Okay. Five. So I'm just gonna put that, exile it. Okay, I don't think we need any more lands. I think we'll go Garruk here. Additional loyalty counter. Pull out an Indatha. Do I emblem now? He's gonna kill it anyways. I think we go for the emblem now.
Join the stampede.
Alright, man, it's all you. I think he's got us with that search, though. Opt. Okay. Sure. Elspeth's Nightmare. Yeah, I guess. Doesn't appear to have counter spells, mainly offensive spells, but we'll see. Okay. Search. Sure. Thoughts? Setessan? Yeah, I guess. Jesus Christ. I guess we take the Obnixilis. There's Setessan. Jesus.
I am what they call me. Looks
Yeah, I
like
don't know if we can.
you're not fit to
I don't know if we can handle this type of deck. Excuse me. Sure. Scrying. Alright, I think we're just gonna scoop here. On to the next one. Cry every time. Alright, let's hop into another one. If we had some slightly less expensive spells, we probably could keep this, but it's just too slow. So we'll mulligan this. Ugh, even worse. Ugh, even worse. This is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. So we'll turn Kaya and Garruk, I guess. And this is a garbage hand. Go ahead and play at the temple. If we don't hit an in search of or something in the next hand or two, then we'll just mulligan, just scoop. All the pros say that, you know, one of the hardest things, one of the hardest things to do is know when you've lost, because if you lost, what's the point? Ooh. Some type of Rakdos aggro could be nasty. I'm gonna just scoop this. We just wasn't happening for us. On to the next one. Mincy. Alright, we got a 3-lander here, we got a Setessan, we got a Elspeth. I think we'll keep this. Start off with a temple. Thoughtseize? Oh. Vampire. Okay. So we've got our double green. I think we'll have this enter as a green source as well. This looks like Rakdos Death Touch, maybe? Okay. So let's go ahead and play out Setessan. Let's see if he has removal. He's running a bunch of Death Touch creatures. Maybe he doesn't. We'll see. Congrats. Sure. Okay. So, oh, it's Grixis. Well, there's our in search of. You see a lot of black in the hand, so I think I'm gonna Elspeth's Nightmare the Gifted. And then that way we can peek into his hand and exile his graveyard. Let's see if he has any type of bounce. Another Gifted. Okay, sure. Okay, let's take a peek. Ooh. I think we'll take Nicobalus. So let's play out you. Let's play out Archon so we can start stabilizing. He does have a frantic inventory, but just top deck a Angrath's Rampage, sure. Okay.
I will return one day.
I'm gonna shock in here. We're gonna go up. Cool. Let's see what he hit off the top. We're gonna create some wolves.
You're not scared of dogs, are you?
No attacks. Really? Alright, well, play you. We'll create some more wolves.
You're not scared of
We'll
dogs.
play an in search. Okay, we'll start attacking. Yeah. Oh, wow. Sure.
Bow before your god, Pharaoh. I'll survive.
Well, I don't know if that was worth it for our friend. Yeah, we'll do this for free. Assume he gets rid of the vampire? Yeah. Beautiful. Alright. Yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna play this too. Oh, don't quit. Got him. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, got time for one more. Saxophone. Okay. Via Johnny's. So we have a 3-lander here. We have an early Valki, but like I said, he normally dies right away. I think we're gonna mulligan this. Ugh. One more time. Alright, so we'll keep this, and I think we'll drop... We have no black sources, so we'll drop a Garruk, and I don't really want to drop the Binding. And I guess a Vorinclex. And we'll start off with the Temple tapped. Got a 42% chance to draw a land. So we won't have a turn 2 play unless we draw a Greatness, that's fine. This, I think we'll have this enter as a black source. If we're playing Sultai control, we might be in trouble. Ew, disgusting. Takes the Setessan. Temple of Deceit. One at the bottom. Okay. We'll play the Setessan, but surely will not survive. Still had a 42% chance to draw a land. There's In Search Of. This will probably get countered. Yep. Okay. Cover this bird. Reveals their hand, you choose a...
I hold grudges.
What? Reveals their hand, you choose an only card from it, player, grave, or hand. Exile, you may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. You may spend mana. Wow. Okay. That's cool.
The mask is scary. Empty.
Guess you can have that. I'm gonna be playing that anytime soon. So he's running counter spells.
Loneliness can hurt.
Okay, so he has another counter spell.
Bold. I don't like that.
Does have a castle locked in as well.
I will let cities and
Alright.
I'd like you to meet my friend, Stompy.
Ugh, what a
Another land is
whiner.
not what we want. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I feel pretty good about the deck. It definitely needs some tweaking for sure in Historic. Maybe like some Thoughtseize, or maybe take out some creatures and add a little bit more removal or card advantage. I'm not 100% sure, but I had fun with the deck anyways. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Also, don't forget, once you have followed or subscribed on either my Twitch or YouTube channels, just reach out to me in the chat of the comments, say something like, hey, I just followed or subscribed, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to offer that to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.